my name is Julia Kamai, and today I will be teaching you the Christina Aguilera Burlesque run, as well as 2 other runs that I wrote to harmonize perfectly with it so you can duet your friends on TikTok. So first, I'm going to sing for you very slowly the Christina Aguilera run, the main one that you hear all the time on the internet. Slowly, it should sound like, yeah. I recommend breaking this run up into chunks first. Sometimes when the run goes on for so long, it can be hard to remember all of the notes consecutively right when you're starting off. So maybe start first with a and repeat. The idea is that you want to speed this up little by little over time, get comfortable with it and all of that. The next part would go like this. Yeah, yeah. You repeat that and so on. Please feel free to go back in this video at any point in time and really slow things down in slow motion on YouTube. We have the ability to do that now. So the next part of the run, yeah, is what we just talked about. Then we have this very interesting quick part that happens. To some people, the human ear wouldn't even catch it, but she does a very quick, yeah, she does a very, super fast. That's the fastest, maybe the hardest part of this run. Yeah, and it passes by very quickly. Altogether, it's speed that up over time, little by little, getting comfortable with it until you're going as fast as you can go. Now we're going to learn the first of the 2 harmonies that I wrote to go along with this. All together, when you break it down slowly, it should sound like this. Yeah, yeah, The first part of this run, because again, we want to practice segmenting things. Then when you can put them together and it'll feel a little bit easier. First part of it will be like this. Yeah. Again, that's yeah. Speed it up over time. The next part is going to go like this. Yeah. Again, that's yeah. And then you have that really quick part again, this time on different notes. Yeah. All together, that's yeah. And if you were to put these 2 harmonies together, referencing to the beginning recording, it should sound like this. Yeah! This second of the 2 harmonies that I wrote is for a much lower voice. It can even be for a guy to harmonize with. It also has some funky notes in it. It's probably the funkiest one of them all. Here's what it would sound like slow. Yeah, I think that's actually my lowest note. I really have to So personally, this would not be my preference of the run that I would like to sing when I would be doing this with 2 of my other friends. So just make sure if you are doing this on TikTok with your friends that you assign parts appropriately according to what works best for your voice. So here is the first segment of this run. Yeah. Again, that's yeah. Then you got yeah. Again, slow these down over time. Don't be afraid to just pause this video, sit down at your piano if you have one, or just keep going by ear and singing along with me. Again, the last part is gonna be pretty low, and it's also gonna go fairly quickly. Let me think about how this goes again. Okay.
So start with the last part.
Yeah. Okay. The last part is gonna go like this. Again, really low, and it's the quickest part of the run. It'd be a lot easier to do up higher. But again, if you are a guy and you like to do runs, then I think this harmony is the harmony for you. Here's what this lower harmony is going to sound like in tandem with the first harmony that I wrote, but without the main Christina Aguilera line. And now, here's what all three of them will sound like together again. I really hope you liked my rendition of these runs, and I hope that you enjoyed doing it and trying it out with your friends as a group. I think it would make a killin' duet on TikTok again. And here are a couple of warm-ups that are gonna help you really get into your runs. And these are warm-ups that you can do before any run that you try to attempt, and it's gonna help you overall. This first warm-up is based on the pentatonic scale. For those of you who haven't heard of the pentatonic scale before, maybe you've heard of the Pentatonics, the super popular, amazing singing group, but they're actually named after this scale. Pentatonic, like any prefix that has penta in it, penta means 5, meaning this is a 5-note scale. So a major or minor pentatonic scale, it depends on where you start. Here's a minor pentatonic. Here's what a major pentatonic would sound like. So both major and minor pentatonic scales are good scales to work on runs for. It's the most common scale that you will hear people running up and down on in any audio recording, in any performance where there are runs. It's also one of the most common scales used for rock guitar solos. So the more you know. The idea is to start off slowly, and you don't want the notes to be too choppy, such as that's a no-no, right? You also don't want to be sliding around too much and really losing the sense of each note, such as that's also a no-no. So you really don't want to be just going straight up the elevator, but you don't want to be trudging up the stairs either. You want it to feel more like you're on an escalator. So go slow, do it in time. You can use a metronome, or if you're like me, I just like to kind of feel things out with a snap. You can try this in many different vowels, in many different keys, in major or minor, but the main idea is to start speeding it up over time as you get comfortable. If you ever find that you speed it up and you're starting to slide around again, or you're starting to miss one of the notes, then that's okay. Just take a moment to go back to where your top speed was before. It really takes time to build up speed and maintain your accuracy. So it's always good to go back and take your time with it. This next warm-up is a similar warm-up to build agility in the voice. It should sound like this. Hello, hello, hello. What's nice about this one is that you're just climbing up and down the first 5 notes of the major scale. I like to start with a big glide because, as you probably noticed when you were trying out the first warm-up, and as you've noticed all throughout life, if you've ever been on a bicycle before, it's a lot harder to bike uphill than it is to bike and just glide downhill. right? There's a big difference, and it's the same with vocal runs. It's easier to run down than it is to run up. So something that I like to do is find where the highest note in my run is going to be, my destination note, right? And I like to kind of glide down from there. Hello! That way I can examine that note, examine how it feels in my face, in my head, and really make sure that I am keeping that soft palate lift for that note, remaining always lifted, even when I go down to my lowest note. The idea is you don't want to be lifting your soft palate just in time for the next note to come, because just in time in singing is kind of too late. You already want to be lifted to hit that note right at the beginning of your run. Hello! Ooh. This last warm-up can be kind of tedious at times, but also very fun at the same time. And this is a staccato warm-up. Or you can choose to do it on your pentatonic scale. I know that we talked about doing our pentatonic scales and our runs not in a choppy way, but this is sort of the point of this exercise. You don't want to chop it up too much, but you do really want to stick these notes, and it's about landing at the note right at the beginning. A lot of people, and even a lot of acoustic and even electric instruments, do have a millisecond that it takes to get to the prime resonance of each note. Therefore, it's important to practice on staccato because it helps us get to the main note that we're trying to sing a lot quicker. If you're someone that feels like you also have problem staying on pitch sometimes, this is also the warm-up for you, regardless if you want to start working on runs or not. This is just going to help you with precision. And runs have to be very precise. You cannot really attempt an agility warm-up until you have attempted a precision warm-up like this. And there you have it, our 3 Christina Aguilera runs and 3 warm-ups to accompany them. Again, just a review of these 3 warm-ups. We learned about the pentatonic scale. We learned about how it helps vocal agility by lifting before you need to with your soft palate, and how it helps to break things up in staccato for precision. Make sure that you try all of these things, and I guarantee you, you are going to slowly and surely grow your run skills. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. If you are on TikTok, please duet me, and just all that stuff. And also just send me a video of you singing this. That's what I want to see the most. So, until next time, goodbye!